Welcome to our channel. Let's begin the journey.
We're about to embark on a journey together, and we are going to the absolute edge of existence. I want you to imagine the ultimate origin story. We're traveling back to a time literally before time itself, before our planet, before those vast, sprawling galaxies, and before even the silent, freezing vacuum of space as we know it actually existed. Today, we're exploring the universe's most deeply hidden secret, and we'll be guided by one of the most brilliantly unique minds of the 20th century. So the big question, what actually happened in the very first frantic minutes of creation? You know, it's a question that has completely haunted philosophers and scientists for generations. We're plunging headfirst into the mystery of our universe's violent, unimaginable birth. We want to uncover what it looked like, what it felt like, before absolutely anything we recognize today had even taken shape. In a way, we're walking right into the ultimate crime scene of our cosmic origin.
If you were somehow able to just stand there at the very dawn of time, you wouldn't be looking up at an endless black sky studded with twinkling stars. No way. You would be immediately engulfed in a blinding, super dense, and unimaginably hot reality. It was a terrifying extreme. We're talking about an environment so hostile, so utterly chaotic, that the very laws of physics, the rules that govern our reality right now, were being stretched to their absolute breaking point.
Okay, let's dive into part 1, the ultimate cosmic origin.
To decode this terrifying origin story, we have to talk about George Gamow. Now, while all the prominent cosmologists of his era were intensely debating the mechanics of exactly how the universe was expanding, Gamow did something different. He completely bypassed those debates. He just looked right past them, focusing instead on the absolute earliest moment in time. And to crack this massive mystery, he ingeniously applied the incredibly complex rules of nuclear physics to visualize those very first moments of existence. He was a real maverick. Gamow envisioned what we call the primordial soup. Now, obviously, this wasn't a soup of matter as we know it today. It was the super dense, super hot state of the universe at the absolute earliest moment in time. Our entire universe, everything that exists, was once nothing more than this chaotic, suffocating starting point. It was quite literally the seed from which all of reality grew. Just stop and think about the sheer scale of that cosmic evolution for a second. We started with that suffocating, fiery origin, that primordial soup. Yet today, look around. We observe a vast, steadily cooling and expanding void. So how on earth do we get from that violent, microscopic beginning to the freezing, immense space we see now? Well, that is exactly where the genius of Gamow's work really shines.
Which brings us to part 2, the giant cosmic furnace. To truly understand this transformation, we have to look at the frantic mechanics of creation. In those very first few minutes, something called Big Bang nucleosynthesis unfolded. It sounds complicated, but it played out almost like a ticking clock. Step 1, boom, the primordial explosion occurs. Immediately after that, these unimaginably high temperatures start acting as a giant cosmic furnace. In that blinding heat, the lightest space elements are violently forged together. And then, finally, rapid expansion kicks in, causing the universe to cool down and essentially locking those newly minted elements right into existence.
And what exactly was made in that fire? Hydrogen and helium. Long before the universe finally cooled down, these specific base elements were born inside that giant furnace. This was a completely extraordinary conceptual breakthrough for science. Gamow had finally explained exactly why these two specific elements absolutely dominate the chemical makeup of our entire cosmos today. Just two. Out of all the wild, complex chemistry in the universe, the whole shebang started with just these two base elements forged in the Big Bang. They're the fundamental building blocks of your own cosmic origin story. Think about it. Every drop of water on Earth, the very star that warms our planet, they all trace their lineage directly back to those two elements, born in those first frantic minutes. It's mind-blowing. Let's move on to part 3, Prophecy of the Echo. Now, Gamow's greatest and most enduring achievement actually went beyond explaining the birth of elements. He laid down a spectacularly bold scientific prophecy. He basically deduced that the tremendous, blinding heat from that initial explosion couldn't just magically vanish into nothingness, right? It logically had to leave behind a fingerprint, a faint residual radiation. And because the Big Bang wasn't just an explosion in space, but an explosion of space itself, this radiation wouldn't just be sitting in one spot. It would fully permeate every single corner of space. An eternal, invisible fingerprint left over from creation. We call it the cosmic microwave background radiation. That's the formal name for this faint echo of creation. And honestly, it stands proudly today as one of the single greatest scientific predictions ever made by the human mind. This takes us to our final section, Part 4, A Whisper in the Dark.
You know, there is a real haunting beauty to this timeline. In those first few minutes, we have that blinding heat and the violent forging of elements. Then, for vast stretches of time, we're talking billions of years, that residual radiation just steadily cools and permeates space completely unnoticed. Fast forward to the mid-20th century, and Gamow makes his incredibly bold scientific prediction. But it wasn't until decades later that human technology finally became capable enough to actually listen for it. It's as if the universe left a message for us on the answering machine at the dawn of time, just patiently waiting in the dark for human technology to become capable enough to finally listen. It takes this highly abstract physics concept and turns it into a deeply poignant story of perseverance. The cosmos waited billions of years for humanity to evolve, to build the right instruments, and to finally have the sheer audacity to listen to the whisper of our own origins. So we've managed to hear the faint whisper of the Big Bang. But the cosmos is so vast, so largely unseen, and heavily shrouded in darkness. It really makes you wonder, what other invisible, ancient echoes might still be waiting for us out there in the dark corners of the expanding universe? What other spectacular secrets are currently waiting patiently for our technology to catch up? It's a lot to think about. Stay curious and keep looking up.
The view from here is breathtaking. Command, we are in position and ready for the next phase. If you liked the video, subscribe and comment the topic you want next. Thanks for watching, and stay unstoppable.